Yeah.
Bad? You think it's gonna be ugly? I think it's gonna be ugly. I think it's gonna be Tampa Bay. Tom Brady's gonna come out and he's gonna look like he's picking on his little brother's flag football team.
I don't think that'll happen in the first half. I think it's going to be like a less than a 1-score game at half, because Dallas has got some boys and they're going to be jazzed up, but I don't think they can hang for 4 quarters.
Zach Martin might not even play.
This was a defense. No, Zach Martin's not going to play. That's the
COVID. That's right. He's not going to play. He's out.
He's out.
Yeah.
But you know, I don't see how Dallas picked up enough in the offseason defensively to be able to provide much more than a really lousy speed bump for Tom Brady and company. I mean,
not in week 1. I agree with that. They got a bunch of rookies out there.
No, yeah. I mean, you know, Brady's got to be salivating at playing against the starting rookie middle linebacker. You know good and well he's got tricks galore.
Two. They got Parsons and Cox. Jabril Cox is probably starting for them.
Yeah, but nobody talks about Cox down here. It's all about Parsons, man. Everything's about Parsons.
Yeah, and this funny thing is Jabril Cox was one of my sleepers. I think he might end up being a better linebacker than Parsons.
That was one of my guys too.
So Brady in the preseason they looked like they were in regular season form. Like in his final. Hold on, look at these stats. Let me pull this up real quick. Paul, you're chomping at the bit. I see it. Go ahead and talk.
No, I'm good. I want to hear what you're going to say.
You were shaking.
The important thing tomorrow night is that the Bucs lay an ass whipping on them that's so epic that I can go to bed at halftime without having to worry that something unpleasant's going to happen while I sleep. So that's my goal.
John wants to sleep like a baby tomorrow night.
I'll stay up for Washington football team, even if it's horrific, but I'm not doing it for Dallas.
You're not even to watch them get destroyed. It would be great.
I'll be trying to stay up, but these days I don't make it past halftime most Monday night games and Sunday night. Sunday night starts at 8 though, right?
8:15.
Oh, okay. I'll make
Tom Brady against the Houston Texans, but in the final preseason game, 11 of 14, 154 yards and a touchdown. They're gonna roll. Oh my god! I hope I'm gonna love every minute of it.
Brady's gonna play until he has to go to a nursing home.
Probably. He's gonna be that guy that retires and then dies a year later. It's just.
Aren't they like the first Super Bowl winning team to like not lose a single player?
First one since John Madden's Raiders back in the 70s or 80s did it.
So the only reason that happens is you're just having too much fun crushing people to move on. That's the only reason that happens. That's why I think they could be they're definitely a threat to get back to the Super Bowl.
Oh, hell yeah. They've got to be the favorite in the NFC.
In our buddy Paul or Canadian Hogs crystal ball thread at bgobsession.com. Sorry, shameless plug once again. I picked them to win it again. Or no, Kansas City to beat them to win it. But still, they could be there and nobody would bat an eye about it. Nobody would be surprised.
When it finally ends for Tom, it's going to happen precipitously. I'm convinced he's going to wake up one day. Maybe he's 47, but the arm all of a sudden 1 year is just not going to be there, and it ain't going to be pretty. I hope he's smart enough to walk away before that happens. But
we'll know when the Super Bowl trophy doesn't make it to the other boat. That's when it's over.
Yeah, what was the postscript to that story? He caught the Rona that day at that party.
I could see him. I could see him going into camp and then after 2 weeks hanging him up because he just knows it's done.
Yeah.
Like he hit that wall and he knows and it's okay.
He'll say, Giselle, I want to spend more time with my family.
No, it's Giselle, you keep making your $300 million a year and we'll just be perfectly fine.
We'll be okay.
Paul, you were going somewhere earlier, man.
You were.
I don't know. The thing with me when it comes to Dallas, I just don't trust those guys. Excuse me, my throat's bothering me. I honestly don't trust those guys. I can see them going in there tomorrow and making a game of it, and not necessarily winning, but doing enough to, make me uneasy throughout the course of the game.
I'm with you, Paul.
That's just who they are. And it's
if they want to be this resurgent team that gets, that fictitiously wins the NFC East in every preseason poll, for the last 20 years, if they really want to be the team that should be favored to win the NFC East every year, they need to start running the ball again. And I think that's the biggest issue with them. First of all, Mike McCarthy's not a very good coach, I don't think. So that's a problem. But I think.
Oh, you mean having one of the greatest quarterbacks to touch a field for the last 15 years didn't benefit him?
When you've got Ezekiel Elliott and every single year his carries drop, what he had 900 some yards last year.
Well, he kept dropping the ball. Oops.
I mean, I know he's got some issues, but he is your biggest offensive star, period. And when he's on, they're a scary team. I just don't understand what they're thinking there. So I think as long as they continue to treat him like he's a second-tier running back, they're not going to win. They're not going to be the team that they could be.
979 yards on a 4-yard per carry average. 6 touchdowns, which is stupidly low for him.
How many games did he play? Did he get hurt?
I thought he got hurt, but this doesn't have his games. I'm still looking for that.
He missed a handful, not a lot,
because several, yeah.
Because Pollard played well when he was out. Well, I think
he can catch the ball too. It's not like he's a one-dimensional back. But like you were saying a couple of pods ago, Derek, he's not a slam him into the left.
Him and Barkley both. Running back. He played in 15 games last season.
Yeah, it wasn't a lack of availability. They just don't use the guy.
God, why do
Yeah, they don't use the guy, but you got to remember, here's something else to think about too. They spent some games last year getting blown out. And when you're getting blown out, you're not handing the ball off to your guy, except maybe a miscellaneous draw play here or there.
They lost half their O-line and their starting quarterback.
But his carries have dropped every single season. It's not just
and
one.
That's what I was looking for was career, and I hadn't found that yet because I was curious about that once you.
I think it literally dropped every single year.
Yeah, it did. It's all right. Rookie. So yeah, 2016 he had 322. 2017 he missed 6 games. He had 242.
Right.
18 he had 304. 19 301. 2020 had 244 in. So yeah, it's his carries per game has gone down every season.
Yeah.
But him and Barkley both. You can't treat those guys like they're not Adrian Peterson. Nobody. And until you stop treating them like Adrian Peterson, because Adrian Peterson was the kind of guy you could run him into a wall 19 times, and the 20th time he does it, he's going to take it 86. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like Zeke and Barkley can't be that. You need to treat them more like Kamara.
The last time we saw Tampa's defense for the last 3-4 weeks of season last year, they wiped out Rodgers, they wiped out Mahomes. If there's no guarantee they're going to pick up where they left off, but they are going to have 8 guys in the box dancing and coming after Zeke and the run and forcing Dak to move if he can. I think Dak's going to have to make the plays to keep him in that game.
They're going to have no Zach Martin.
Skip Bayless was gnashing his teeth and wailing this morning on Twitter because of the unfairness of that they have to play Tampa Bay. Third finisher in the NFC East has to play Tampa Bay right out of the gate. So he's crying some crocodile tears.
Wow. Okay. Fine.
This is a waste of air.
Hell, I just lost my whole train of thought.
Well, we need to get predictions for tomorrow night too. I want to hear what you guys actually think. I won't sandbag you. I think Dallas makes a game of it.
I think it's 31-21 because they get a garbage touchdown to make it look like it's not as bad as it was.
Who gets one? Tampa gets one?
No, Dallas.
Oh, okay.
Well, they're going to get a couple of ridiculous calls from the
31, yeah, 31, 21.
That sounds about right to me. Something in that neighborhood sounds about right. I think it'll be close up into the third quarter. I think it's going to be
Yeah,
a good game.
I'm the opposite. I think it's 27-3 at halftime or something, and then Dallas
McCarthy's
together.
final game.
pieces together some random fourth quarter points to make it look less bad.
So, let's think about a couple of things here. Just like we were talking about, Herbert really hasn't played at all in the preseason. Dak's barely touched the field. Touched the field.
Yeah, that's where I was going.
He doesn't have last season either. You know what? He got hurt 2 games in, and was out the rest of the season. So, it's not like Dak's coming off a career year and could afford to sit out on the sideline. New offensive coordinator. No, new defensive coordinator. Same offensive coordinator. Sorry. I don't know. I'm torn. I'm somewhere in the middle. I don't think Dallas makes a great game of it, Mark, but at the same token, I don't think they get just blown out and embarrassed royally. I imagine this is I will be shocked if Tampa doesn't hang at least 30 on them. This is still not a great defense. And it's still Tom Brady. And it's still Gronkowski, and it's still Antonio Brown. I'm sorry. There's some names on this thing that.
Well, and it's still.
I mean, these guys aren't even into Toby Keith territory yet. It's not. Oh, God.
I got nothing.
That's the other part of it. Zach Martin is out. That interior line, it's piecemeal to interior offensive line once again. And that's where the entire team hinges on that O-line.
Yeah.
Tampa will have 8 guys in the box dancing and coming from every direction. So they better hope Dak can move and that Cooper can run. And who's the kid? The Alabama
CeeDee
kid,
Lamb.
the new receiver?
CeeDee Lamb.
I think he's a stud, but he's a rookie in his first game. But we'll see.
So it's really important that we.
No, he's in his second season.
It's important that we lay an ass kicking on the Chargers because after tomorrow night, the next game for the Cowboys is in LA to play the Chargers.
Yep.
So we need to crush the Chargers so
Piss them off.
Yes, they're desperate.
Piss them off.
Correct. I'm with you. Strategy.
All right, boys. I think it's time to let this thing download and I'll get it uploaded.
Gentlemen, Monday night.
Monday? Are we all 5 on for Monday? Bob, you good on Monday?
Yeah, I should be good on Monday. As far as I know, there's nothing going on. So.
All right, so we should be all right Monday. We can react, and it's going to still be somewhat fresh.
I don't even know if I'm getting the game this weekend. I guess I need to figure that crap out. But I may be working Monday night off highlights or something. So
I'm still getting the college student NFL ticket, even though my son graduated. So, oh well.
Forever young.
Pretty good deal.
Tough for you.
And Paul, I'm going to need you to not talk as much next time.
It's all good.
I'm just messing with you, buddy. I give you a hard time, but I know your throat's bothering you. You said.
All right, brothers.
All right. Have a good one, fellas.